We're live. This is the Now Morning Show, and this morning we're paying tribute to Tony Hall, legendary actor, playwright, Carrie. I don't know if you've seen Gael. You must know Gael.
Yeah, of course. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And you know, I would have seen some of the presentations that was done there. Back in the days, they would have done reruns of it.
Yes.
You know, and on what is Gael the channel now.
Yes.
You know, so I would have absorbed some of the art that is on the channel.
I was looking at some of the clips because, of course, Errol Fabian, who's going to be on a little later on, paid tribute on his program last evening. But I was going online and looking at some of the clips, and Tony Hall was really handsome when he was younger. I mean, he's good looking now, you know, in this picture that we're seeing here.
Yeah.
But some of the images from Gael, the TV show with he and Errol Sitahal, you know, he was just a very commanding personality.
A commanding presence almost, yeah?
Definitely. Influencing so many persons. So we'll continue. We also had Paul Pryce and Penelope Spencer on standby, so we'll be joining them during the program, as well as Errol Fabian in the 7 o'clock hour. But Shamla Maraj is on the line. Hello, good morning, Shamla. Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah,
so,
we don't.
Right, so we do have Paul Pryce and Penelope Spencer joining us via Zoom. Good morning. Oh, Rhoma is back on. Okay. Paul?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Paul. And
Hi.
yes, you know, with technology, we're making the best of technology.
Yes, of course, I understand.
But we're just very
Thanks,
happy that you're able to join us as we pay tribute to Tony Hall. I understand that Tony was your very first writing teacher. Were you able to continue working together?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Tony was my first writing teacher. This was almost 16, 17, 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he was very instrumental in just in terms of his insight, his intellect, his vision for writing. And then more recently, we were collaborating on a feature-length script that we're working on.
Oh, okay. I had no idea. I did not realize
Yeah.
he was part of this. I did not realize that, Paul.
yeah, he was. I mean,
Yeah.
I had written the script, and then I wanted local, because I'm abroad and working on it here, and it's based in Trinidad, and I wanted it to ring true to a lot of what's happening at home, and I immediately thought of him, and he read it very quickly, and we had actually many hours of going over the script line by line, and him giving feedback and giving notes on it, up until like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
So we were working on this thing, and we were making plans to meet again on Skype to go through the material, and then to hear this news was extremely shocking and very, very saddening.
Rhoma
but
Spencer.
he made an impact, and he definitely left his mark and touched and inspired many people all over the world, and I feel very blessed to be counted among the many that he impacted.
Yeah, Rhoma is still with us, but before I go across to Rhoma, Paul, you would have been in Trinidad and Tobago during the days of Gael, the TV show,
Yes.
before you went
definitely.
to New York. So what are some of your memories of Gael, the TV show, before it became Gael, the channel, that stands out to you?
Yeah, well, I just remember growing up watching Gael, just in general, and then watching Tony specifically. And I remember he was like a talk show, like a late night talk show, that they had. And I remember very clearly watching that, I think. And then he would bring in all these amazing artists and personalities in Trinidad, and just kind of lime in and talk in,
Yes,
and
in the lime, I think
Errol
it was called.
Fabian, he showed a clip last night on the Facebook live feed, and it was so amazing just to hear him talk and engage with people, and then working with him personally after growing up watching him was very inspiring. And he was always very generous with his knowledge, very generous.
That's the line that keeps ringing through. Rhoma,
Oh, yeah.
let me go across to Rhoma Spencer, who's still with
Hello.
us. Rhoma, you're in
Yes.
Canada, and I know that
I am.
you met Tony Hall also as a student, I believe.
Yes.
So you had a
Yes.
long journey and career with him. Tell us a bit
Yeah.
about
29 years.
39 years.
29.
29 years. That's a long
I met
time.
him in
That
yeah,
is
I
a
met
long
him in
time.
1990. I met him in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts us at 29 years this
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
mhm.
seeing that we were talking about Gael and I want to hark back a little bit to Banyan because it was through um, watching people like Tony Hall,
Mm-hmm.
Joanne Kilgore, John Isaacs, a woman named the late Ermine Wright. These were the person I was watching on TV. And there and then, as a little girl around, I must have been around 10, 11 years old, that I said, I want to be like them. I want to be an actor. But it was something, you kept in your head. You don't say that too loud to
Yes.
people. But it was shows like Who the Cap Fit,
Yes.
a TV show that featured John Isaacs, Errol Fate, um, Tony Hall, Joanne Kilgore, that I remember looking at as a kid and really
Mm-hmm.
enamored by it and wanting to be actors just like them
Mm-hmm.
because it was for the first time I'm seeing, people like me
Yes.
talking like me on
Yeah.
TV.
I was
Yeah.
thinking today that Gaia, the TV show, was uh, perhaps our In Living Color by the
Yeah.
Wayans
Yeah.
brothers, and the opportunity to see, as you said, persons who look like us, speak like us, and able to, so many people cut their feet really, both
Yeah.
on Gaia, the TV show, and Gaia, the channel, which he both, he was instrumental in both of them.
And remember, Gael came after. It was part of the Banyan production, but
Yeah.
Banyan was a workshop that was literally training young people like Joanne Kilgore, John Isaacs. I can't remember all of them. Martina Laird.
Mm-hmm.
She's a big actress on West End in London. Francis Ann Solomon, Christopher Pinero. These were the young people that the Banyan workshop was, training as actors for the camera.
Right.
And when I look back at the work that they did, I was looking at, I think it was called Epiphany, something I
Mm-hmm.
was looking at last night on Errol's show, and I saw the quality of acting by Christopher Pinero and Tony.
Michael
I mean, you
Sherry
could
as
say at
well.
least Tony was
Yeah.
Tony was trained and in Canada, and he came back home.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher ain't trained no way. Christopher just went to Fatima, I think Fatima College, and he would have probably worked under people like Bruce Paddington or what have you. But
Yeah.
he didn't go to no theater school or film school nowhere. And the quality of acting I was seeing,
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, wow,
Yeah. Well, you
wow.
too,
So the
Rhoma.
contribution that Tony,
You too,
yes,
because when I look at the quality of the images, you can tell the quality of the acting through the quality of the stills sometimes. And when I look at the
yes,
images of Miss Miles and Jean and Dinah, just the images, you see the integrity of the work coming through the still photographs of you and Penelope Spencer, for example, who we've been waiting for Penny to join us, but I don't think we're going to get her on this
No,
call.
she's
I'm
here.
seeing she's
Oh,
there
you're
now. I
here,
hope
Penny? Hello? I don't think we're getting her audio
her
coming through.
audio is
Yeah.
not coming through. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to give you a
I-
little crash course after, Penny. All right, guys, we got to leave it there. We got to leave it there. But thank you so much for joining us, Rhoma Spencer, Paul Pryce, and Penelope Spencer. And as I said, we're going to join Errol Fabian after the 7 o'clock hour.